So today, the guest I have is a very old friend of mine, my college friend, and someone I would say who has single handedly kept for more profitable also, jokes aside. But Vanishikha is one of those people who just gets it, the style, the statement, the quality. She gets why a gift matters and she gets why a brand matters because she's building something that really excites me is Contensify. It's a content marketing. So welcome, Vanshika.
Yeah, introduction I just got makes me feel really important. Kind of needed that mojo back. It's mostly me on the other side of taking interviews, speaking to people. By the way, for everybody who does not know, she's also an engineer. I'm also an engineer. Are we using our engineering degrees very differently? Yeah. She's using all of that head, building those gorgeous pieces. So it's actually fun to catch up, but in a whole different way altogether.
So tell me about a gift that you've given to someone and that you are really really proud of.
For me, gifting is like, personally, I just feel that everybody who needs something will always buy it on their own, right? So the gift that you give has to be something which is maybe they need it, maybe they don't need it. It doesn't always have to be something they really need, something that holds meaningful for a lot of times. I would gift books. I'm like, yes, I've read this. You also need to read this. It's like, peer pressure. For the girls in my life, personally, I have given them books and jewelry. Even if it's like small knick-knack, right? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Oh, I'm buying you gold jewelry. No, it could just be something that they could wear on the daily. And I have given them small evil eyes, right? And it was something that I made a practice out of, long, long ago, just because I felt that, hey, you know what? I could give that. It's not that big a deal. Let me just give that small knick-knack. And believe me when I say this, that it's been so many years since I actually gifted that, and that person still wears it, right? And when you see them in the pictures and you're able to see that, okay, yeah, they're still wearing it, it feels special. And you don't really need to talk to them every single day. So for me, a good gift is one that will definitely be used, right? One that people would, just feel like, oh, you thought of me, right? Not like, oh, you thought this will work for me. Oh, you thought of me in a different way and you bought me something. So for me, gifting is that level. No fanciness, no nothing. It just has to be warm, genuine, and something that's based on patterns. Like, oh, I know you like something. So let me just, find something which is curated like for you. Uh,
What is one thing that most people don't know about you and that you wish that they did know?
I'm an absolute asshat of a person, right? Extremely sarcastic. I don't need people to know that, but I think they'll be seeing more of my sarcastic behavior. I think that's one thing. The other thing that they probably have not seen, and that's majorly because of how I usually dress up. I work from home. I scaled my entire company like that, right? So at home, you don't really dress up, right? You would wear a nice t-shirt, shirt during a call, but same, right? It's like up top, you're all fine. Like down below, please don't take a look, right? When I go for events, everything, I have this nice collection of clothes that will come out, jewelry that will come out, watches that will come out, even footwear that will come out. Otherwise, you'll just see me in a Birkenstock always like, oh, she's wearing another chappal. But that's one part I do feel that a lot of people don't know. And of course, my specificity with repetition, which I think Nitika knows because that was something she ticked me off on. Like, for instance, if you see me in this black t shirt, you might just see me in this black t shirt for the whole of 3 months, right? And I'm going to wear the same damn thing. I'll wash it, I'll dry it, I'll wear it again. And the same goes with anything I wear. So the watch I'm wearing, the earrings I'm wearing, the bracelets I'm wearing, it's the same. So a lot of people who like if they have pattern recognition, they would realize. But otherwise, I think they wouldn't realize my hyper obsession with one thing at a time till I get bored and then I need to change it. So that's something that I don't know if it's ever going to go public because they're
Now
going
it's
to
going
call me
public.
mad.
Now it's going public.
Yeah, now people are going to be like observing, is she wearing the same slipper again? Possibly. And the last of it is my obsession with home decor, to which I think my mother and now my husband is probably aware that I'm so specific about what goes where and how it looks that I can drive other people up the walls. I mean, literally, like they would get irritated, or they just need to give me that freedom that, you know what, do what you have to, we don't care. That's your best pet. But yeah, these are a few things that I think my profile doesn't quite capture.
Yes, I think few things I know now, because when it comes to jewelry, now I can see you in like one piece for a very, very long time, and then I nudge you and like, please change the necklace now. It's high time.
Yeah, I swear I have so many of them. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I should be wearing this. But just that my brain would not be like, oh, make the 2 minute effort of going and swapping it. It wouldn't. I mean, up until one fine day where I'm like, oh no, everything has to change. And then everything will change.
Interesting. So tell me, has somebody ever given you a gift that made you feel understood and made you feel um, the other person had invested a bit of time and a thought before buying this gift for you?
I think that way I have been very lucky. Some people may want to call it privilege and title, whatever, but believe me when I say this, my family is the kinds who express love like very directly, right? So there's no such thing as, oh, ha, let's give it when it's an occasion. No,
Yeah.
we gift each other things every now and then, just sometimes to change somebody's mood. You're feeling down, let's take you out, everything. So I've been lucky in terms of the gifts that I've received. Very, very thoughtful. But they range, it also depends on how I am at that point in time. So it differs. Like, for instance, when I started my podcast, where you were the guest first, one
Yeah.
of my friends actually gifted me a damn mic. It's so expensive that I would have never in my life bought it myself, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, ah, no, I'll just use my AirPods, which I ended up using only my AirPods till the time I was ready to use a mic and I was confident enough to use a mic.
Hmm.
Uh, but that was very thoughtful. It wasn't because I asked for it. It was because it was a subtle, encouragement that, you know what, you can do this, you can use this. And there is another teammate of mine who knows that, okay, now we're going to start recording a lot of videos, etc. So, and he knows that I don't like the bulky mic. And now it's this. I get conscious if I keep a bulky mic in front of me. It's the gesture. So for me, it's been a lot of, thoughtfulness when it comes to, sometimes it's work related, sometimes it's, of course, books, by the way, a
Hmm.
lot of books. And then, of course, there's also like, knickknacks in terms of jewelry. On my birthday, I received this bracelet. You have these charms kind of bracelet, right?
Hmm.
So I like traveling a lot. So these are things that, very close friends would notice.
Yeah.
So my best friend's wife made the effort of getting this bracelet from somewhere. And, those little charms she got
Yeah.
curated
The
depending on what
flags of it.
I like. Yeah. And I have that with me even now.
Yeah.
Right. And she's like, did you notice the charms? I initially thought it's just a bracelet. She's like, no, notice the charms. And then I noticed the charms right from the flower that I like to practically every little charm that was hung across it, right? It was something that she observed about me and thought that this is relevant to her. Let me give it to her.
So this brings me to another question, that what do you think people get wrong when they think about gifting or buying gifting for their loved ones?
I think they overthink it and they want to make a grand gesture all the damn time, right? I mean, I have friends that I've gifted things randomly from Blinkit. Believe me. So I've sent them these crocheted flowers and soft toys. I know they're not going to use it, but
Yeah.
you're going to take a look at it and you're going to remember me and probably abuse me 10 times. That's fine. That's okay. That's the intention.
Yeah.
And so I feel that people try to make it overly fancy. People try to make it like, oh, this has to be big. No, don't be big.
Hmm.
Be just something that helps the other person think, oh, you noticed. right? And you made the effort of getting me something which is small, but in a way, it's going to be of my use without me having to say it. In most cases, for example, when they know that I may already have something, right? Gift cards are also great, yeah, for a person to just have it in their mind that, hey, I don't want things to be repetitive for her. Let me give a gift card so that she has the freedom to purchase what she likes, is also thoughtful. So I feel that we overcomplicate gifting because we just want it to be so grand scale, so insta worthy. We live in this world where I feel that everything that we're doing right now, and including gifting, has become more like social share worthy hai kya, right? I feel that they are just overcomplicating something that was meant to be just special and something that makes the other person feel happy.
So see, this is why you are on the show, and more and more people really need to hear this. That men, for to get a women point of view, and women, of course, that not gifts are not always for your social media, and they're these sweet memories which you keep with yourself forever. And every time you look at it, there has to be an emotion that gets evoked. There should be some emotion that
Yes,
comes to you when you think about it.
exactly.
Hmm. So, what's something that you are really proud of right now that maybe you haven't talked about enough in the recent times?
This is something, by the way, full disclosure, you probably see me talking a lot more about this now, right? Because I think I'm finally ready to step out of that zone. I may sound a lot like somebody who likes to socialize. I'm not an extrovert, I'm a heavy introvert. Anybody who meets me online, great. Offline, probably not. It's a trait since school. So I think the one thing that I don't talk about or often don't give myself enough credit about as a business owner is the absolute resilience it fucking takes to build something. There are ups and downs, and Nitika here probably intensifies 11th year, right? And honestly speaking, everything that I built last year, we took a hit not because of industries, but maybe I was not mentally in the zone. I needed snapping out of it. And then the imposter syndrome kicked in, right? So you're like, am I cut out for doing this? Am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? So I think that the one thing that I would like to talk about more and probably be proud of more is sticking to the game when other people choose to find 10 alternatives that they can just hide behind, right? I may sound even toxic while saying this because Instagram or social media doesn't like people talking about, hard work. It's soft life, right? I may sound a little off the theme, but honestly speaking, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of sticking to the game. I do agree, while and adapt to changes, but at the same time, you need to believe in yourself first, right? And I think that's something that I am extremely, extremely proud of. And that's something that's come to me in these few months that, hey, when everybody saw that one little dip and they ran away, I was the one who stayed there and brought it up. And it's happened since it's the 11th year. It's happened so many number of times. Everybody said, hey, agencies would die, agencies would this, agencies would that. And I'm like, no, but we remained profitable. The only time we did not remain profitable was when that self doubt had entered my system.
I'm a part of a lot of these women owned, women focused groups now. And I feel a lot of power and energy when I talk to women. And one thing that is common in all women in general is that if we do 10, we talk one. And if we talk one, we feel that we've not done anything in life. We are so underconfident of what we are doing, what we are building. In fact, if I talk about myself, every moment I've just felt, what's so special in what I've done. Anybody can do this, so I think this is one trait that we as women have, and we really, really need to bring ourselves out of it and also bring other women out of it and really talk about what we are doing, be proud of it, and just be vocal about it and not just bury it.
I totally agree. But I think it's to do with not just the society, but how we're built thinking that, hey, we treat men as our fallback option. We
Oh
never
yes,
treat them as, oh, we're together, right? And when we say fallback option, then they are more reliable, right? That's what we are trying to feed into our systems. Why would you
yes,
need to fall back, right?
yes.
In the first place. So there were a lot of things where I was like, नहीं ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, right? But 10 साल तो मैंने ही किया ना, और
Hmm.
किसने किया था, right? So how did that thought even come into my head is a whole different thing, right? It's like, did I have those conversations with the wrong kind of people? Maybe, because as you grow, you meet a lot of people,
Yes,
and then they change how you think. And I think you're absolutely right that we tend to overshadow our own work, undersell our own work, which means underselling our own value, right? And then after that, we are left wondering that, hey, we don't get equal footing. That's because you
we
gave
don't treat
them the
ourselves
footing.
equally. Yes.
Uh, but is just one small thing that I keep telling women across the board, right? Don't change your narratives because your life changed. For instance, a lot of people, I recently got married, a lot of people already assumed I'm going to step back in my career
Hmm.
because I've gotten married. She's not going to be able to focus. I'm sorry, I wasn't building a business for 10 years that I would step back right after getting married. I was building the business, right? So that notion that people carry, right? It's not just because of men of the society, it's also because of other women who
100%.
talk like that, right?
100%.
Online, they're all pro feminism, pro equality, everything is there. And then after that, when it actually comes down to supporting women, how many? How many? Hardly anybody. And
True.
that's the sad part of life.
Hmm. True. So this brings to my next question is what's been harder than you expected, like in your recent years?
Um, Nobody would come to know what challenges I've had to face, what solutions I've had to find, right? So other people think, oh, it comes easy to her, but no, I've carried it for months and months. So the one thing that does not come very easy to me, I struggle with a lot. I mean, I will ask for help when I need it. I'll upfront say that, nahi ho raha, I
Hmm.
need assistance or help or a nudge. But at the same time, it'll take me time to reach there because I feel like processing my thoughts before I speak about something or I ask for something because I'm the person who does not want to waste your time, also does not want to waste my time. So if it's unprocessed, you're probably not going to hear from me for the next 3 months. I'll go into absolute isolation, think about it, frame it, come to you with it. Right. So I feel that that's something that I'm still struggling with, in all honesty, how to sometimes just dump it out because somebody can help you faster, right? To structure those thoughts. So I'm working on it. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I think most of the time because we are couple of times even it happens with me that I get anchored to a certain way of doing things, and it's it just feels that it's not working out. But in these moments, you need a different perspective most of the times, and then it works out.
One more thing that I would probably have in mind is giving people too many chances, and I'm pretty sure you would have come across too. When you run a business, you're not running an ashram. Believe me when I say this. Um, One strike, two strike should be the max that you give a person. If you see a pattern that constantly is recurring, we as women tend to give too many chances.
Yes.
So just
Yes.
like how you would not do it in your personal life, you
Yeah.
should not do it in your professional life, especially when you're building something. No, you see it the second time, you say tata, bye bye, don't need you. Very, very important. I think that's again something that I have to learn the hard way.
True. I feel people don't change. If a person is a certain way, no matter how many chances you give them, they will not change. So when you are in
What does a good day look like for me? I'm someone who likes momentum, which means, hey, if I've had an idea, I need to move on it, right? So a good day would be one where I'm working on that idea quickly, right? Not waiting for approvals, not waiting for somebody to tell me, hey, that's not going to work, or let's wait for it to be perfect, etc. So for me, perfect day would be a lot of momentum, a lot of routine that I've built over the years, right? And for me, when I say reset, right? if I've absolutely hit my burnout, which is right now, right?
Hmm.
And burnout not because of my work, but because of other people's energy is something that I've realized happens to me. What do? I go cut my hair. I color my hair.
Oh,
I had long hair back then, and I've just been going shorter. I got my hair cut short this Saturday, right? And I literally told my hairstylist that cut them short. It's almost like a factory reset in my head. Cut it short, right? So updated my hair color slightly, and then getting a tattoo done. So I'm heavily tattooed for everybody who's listening, tuning in right now, right? So I just like to get that done, and that's like a quick reset. I also tend to change my look and feel depending on that brain space that I'm in. It, so I've removed any kind of decision making that my brain needs to do otherwise, right? So a set pair of jeans that fit me well, shirts, t-shirts, and then jewelry pieces that'll go with everything that I just quoted above, and it's on repeat. So that repeat changes. Major purchases happen when I am factory resetting myself, right? And I'm like, I need to change my pendant, now I need to change my ear stack, now I need to change this. And that's usually my way of just changing how I feel about, myself and that overall energy around me.
hmm. If your jewelry had to say one thing about you, what would that be, and what would it say? Basically?
What would it say? Definitely one thing. She likes to keep things simple yet classy. So very, very recently, I also rebranded and I sent out a bunch of questions to people that what are some of the words that you associate me with, the way I speak, the way I carry myself, the way I dress up, etc. So I could figure out colors and styles and everything. And the one thing that definitely did come up was you keep it simple, yet it doesn't look like, oh, I didn't give a damn about this. And at the same time, you keep it classy so we know that this is what we can expect out of her. Right. So for me, jewelry has to be that. I'm not one for very over the top kind of things. I like them, but can I carry them off? Maybe once in a blue moon. But other than that, I think just simple works for me the best.
I can definitely say that because I now understand your jewelry style really, really well, I think. And yeah, so I think I have some rapid fire questions. So,
Yes.
one word for this chapter of your life.
Ah! That screaming. No, one word for it would be momentum.
Momentum. Okay. Um, something you want to do before the year ends.
Publish my book.
Lovely. Okay. That is interesting. And sentimental or stylish?
Why can't we not have both? Both.
If you've seen the Formore website on the charm section, what is one charm that would that would describe you the best?
All the variations of the evil eye.
Okay.
I'm a big believer of good juju, bad vibes, bad energy, and I like to keep them away, as far away as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Perfect. Now I think I have to.
right, and I'm like, I want this also, and I want that also. I treat it like an online cart. Great.
Yeah. So, Auntie has bought a lot of pieces from us. Has it happened that you guys have fought over one piece which both of you wanted to wear at the same time?
Actually, not. So mom hasn't been able to wear artificial jewelry at all for years and years, right?
Yeah.
And I think you were the first person I spoke to, and I was like, hey, she's not able to wear this, but she would like to because it gives you that variety, right? And you can't always afford gold and
Yeah.
silver, not like in today's time at all. So you were the one who had explained the difference in the material use, etc., and what triggers the allergy. reaction, right? So we tested with one chain, I think one pendant that I had taken from you.
Yeah,
It just worked
I
out.
still remember how scared you were. Like,
Yeah,
are you
I
sure, Nitika?
swear.
Are you sure this is not going to react to her? Are you sure? And I was like, oh,
Yeah, I was dead scared because her allergic breakout is like so bad that, it takes then weeks for it to subside. And in today's date, my mom's entire collection of what she wears on these vacations, etc., is from your brand, and you know it, right? Because she is also now built that faith factor that, okay, if I'm buying from her, I know that the material is the same. So she doesn't think twice before, kind of getting all of the jewelry pieces, etc. She has a whole collection now, a whole dabba full of things from Farmer. I'll often go and be like, okay, we'll exchange things because you're never wearing the same thing. But her jewelry collection, I've realized, is more experimental, etc.
yeah.
But I like that because it's like finally she's getting to do what she's not been, able to do so far. And mine is more like I went from basic to more basic, and I think I'm now curbing it further to further basics now. Yeah, we've like exchanged chains primarily, right? Pendant chains, etc. I would sometimes have to go to her and be like,
So I think recently we made this very beautiful beach necklace for her and her girlies for the Goa trip. You won't believe it came out so beautiful that I literally uploaded it on the website. There were so many DMs for the same necklace. And I had to restock that pink charm, the big green beads, combinations. I have a designer also as a customer.
yeah, she has a good aesthetic. So I
Yeah.
saw those and I was like, most likely they're from you. And by the time I came online, I saw them on your story and I was like, yeah, that's from you. I could figure out that's from you because ho hi nahi sakta that she's able to now wear or proactively, go looking for something. We go to the mall and all. Also, honestly speaking, she won't ever walk into a store and buy accessories.
um, I have personally seen with a lot of, small brands or even big brands coming up and calling things out. And it will
Yeah.
cause you n number of allergies. I've personally felt it myself.
Very fragile materials.
It's
Big
so light.
brands,
It's
fragile.
just, yeah, it's just, it just feels like a waste of money because you sometimes don't even wear it once. It's just lying and you feel you'll wear it someday and the moment you take it out, it's all black and green, even in the packet intact.
I got some gemstone jewelry from this very popular brand. I took a couple of pendants from them,
Mhm.
earrings from them, and all gemstones, right? So
Yeah.
gemstones aside, the rest of it was so fragile that I like to wear my pendants and everything
Yeah.
on the daily, which means they're going to the gym, they're going outside, in the shower, everything, right? So it's something that I'll keep wearing. They snapped, yeah. And for the cost that I paid for it, it did not even last me a week. There are people like me who would not want to constantly keep buying, keep changing, and things have to be a little stronger.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more common because uh, starting a business is very easy in today's time, which is a blessing. But I think that's the worst strategy ever because you will acquire them once, but they're not going to come back to you ever again. So
I swear that's why there's so much churn for
yeah.
brands. They have like new customers, no repeat ones.
Thank you so much, Vani, for doing this. And I knew it. I knew it that doing something with you would bring out a very deep and a very honest conversation. And that's why I really, really wanted to do it with you. It will give me more ideas on what is my next phase going to look like in terms of designs, creations, and problem solving.
And I totally look forward to it. Sometimes you need to talk to a woman building to get out of your own stupors.